Hello and welcome. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Coach Ben. We're here at BK Kickboxing in Sterling, Virginia, and I'm honored to be joined by Sula the Rula Segawa, fresh off his victory against former #1 contender Ruben Villa in an absolutely fantastic bout. Firstly, I want to congratulate you, champ, and thank you for coming out here to represent.
Thank you.
So, firstly, I want to ask you a little bit about that fight against Ruben. It was a very tough battle, and it was action-packed from bell to bell.
Sure.
Came out hard in the first round. I wanted to ask you how you stayed composed after you hurt him in that 8th round. For those last 2 rounds, how did you stay composed?
So, in my training camp, we train to be more patient and more composed. So whatever happens in a boxing ring, they teach us to be calm and prepared at all times. You don't get an opportunity and want to execute right then and then. You have to take your time. So I had to think about that. I had to take my time as I was boxing.
You knew it was a good fight because every time you look at the comments in the highlights, there's no negative. It's all positive, all love from the entire continent of Africa. Not just your Ugandan brothers, but everybody. Everybody, and Americans too. The people you coach. I see people fighting in the comments on your behalf. And sometimes it's deserved. Sometimes people are giving unsolicited advice. But that's because you're doing a phenomenal job. And I wanted to bring it to your background. You're a proud Ugandan. You were born and raised there. I wanted to ask you about what you would like the world to know about the people of Uganda, what it means to you to be a representative of your country, and the weight of a legacy of incredible athletes from that country. What responsibility do you feel?
So I feel I have a responsibility of enlightening the coming generation, because we have a lot of more athletes down there who are good, but people never pay attention to them because they're in Africa. So I want to show the world that in Uganda boxing is still alive, because we've had great champions before me. I've had people like Justin Duke, or people like Kasim Ouma. They've been great world boxing champions, but people had forgotten about us for the past 20 years until I had to come back. So I had to make sure, let people know that boxing is still alive in Uganda.
That's beautiful. So you have a fight upcoming, as big as it gets. You're fighting Bruce Carrington, 27-year-old, sharp, skilled fighter, young, fighting him in his backyard, and you're fighting at Madison Square Garden. Doesn't get bigger. Wanted to ask you what the fans can expect from this fight.
So they have to expect an explosive fight. More explosive than the past one, the one which we had with Villa. This one is going to be more tactical and more furious, so they have to expect the best out of me.
Wonderful. Thank you, champ. So we're going to open it up to the 3 questions I have from the audience.
Yes, sir.
So I'm not going to bring you guys on camera, but I will ask you to just tell me your question in my ear. I'll come over and tell them, or I'll just yell it out to them, however works. All right. So I'm going to come up. I'm just going to ask you guys what your question is. So what was your question, buddy? You remember? Good question. Yes. Got it. And then who's the third one here? Basically, yes. Got it. Thank you. All right. So the questions were.
All right. I'm done.
So first one from Ayuab. He asks, "Have you ever beaten a champion?"
Yes, I've beaten one. That's how I happened to become a world champion.
Yes.
Because I had to beat one to get the world championship.
That's right. That's right. Now, the next question from Ellie was, how long does it take you to get in the mindset to go fight?
It can take me like a week, but it depends on the preparation. Because boxing is not more of a physical game, it's more of a mental game. So you have to be sharp mentally.
And then the third question was, what or who do you fight for?
So, first of all, I fight for the people down in Uganda, in Africa, because they look up to me. I fight for the people I represent in the DMV area, because I have people I train in Virginia, in DC, and Maryland. So that's where my fan base is. So I fight for all those people. I represent them.
Wonderful. That's all we have today. Thank you so much.
Thank you for hosting me. Good job,
Thank
you.
you. Thank you guys. All right.
We should take pictures with them.
Yeah, we're gonna take pictures and all that. Thank you guys so much. I really.